From within Office 365, launch the Forms app. You'll see within Forms you have two features. You can create a form or you can create a quiz. The difference being is that you can post feedback to respondents within the quiz feature. Click into Add New Quiz and change the title as so, and enter a description. We're going to briefly look at the question types before I show you an example of a quiz that I've already created, which includes branching. We have a choice question, which is a multiple choice. Text, you can set it to received long or short answer responses. A rating question, enter a date, and you also have a ranking style question and a like that. You have the option to change the colour of the form and set a theme. And within the ellipsis you have settings, which we are going to explore a little bit further later on. So I'm just going to go back to the landing page. Options here include easy access to the quizzes or forms that you've created. In Shared With Me, you will find any forms or quizzes that you've collaborated with others to create. I will show you how to share your quiz to collaborate later. Recent group forms link with Teams and SharePoint. You can easily delete and copy a quiz like so, and you can easily delete. Let's explore the quiz that I've created. So the question types that I've included in this quiz include choice, rating and text. So in the top section here, this is the introduction to your quiz. So the name and perhaps a little description. And if you wanted to add a picture, search for an image. And as you can see, this has produced images with Creative Commons licensing, which are free to use. Select the image and add. This is a multiple choice question. As you can see, I've put in 3 options there and selected the first response as correct. You also have an option to display a message to the respondents, as I've done so there. And the other option is just to delete. Further options to add down the bottom there. And you've got an option to set as multiple answers. Is the question essential? You've got a maths question, an option to shuffle the questions if learners are sat side by side, and you can also add a subtitle to give more context to the question. Options at the top, you can reorder the questions, delete, and also make a copy of a question. In this question, you can see is a rating question, and I've also inserted a video pretty much in the same way as I inserted the image. So I'm just going to delete that, select Insert Media, select Video, and then paste in the URL. And then select Add, and the video appears. I have a duplicated question here, which is linked to my branching, that I will go into a little bit further in a moment. And I have a text question. As you can see, I have this set to a long answer. There is an option to add points, but as I'm using this as formative assessment tool, I'm just going to stick with the feedback at this point. This quiz is set up with automatic and manual marking. In this question, these will automatically be marked with feedback given to the learner instantaneously, whereas this question I would need to mark manually and then post the feedback. So I spoke earlier of branching. Branching allows differentiation for learners when completing the questions. So for instance, in this setup, this question is a little bit more of a basic question, and dependent on the answer, the next question will either be a question to support and scaffold this knowledge, or if the learner gets this question right, they will automatically go on to a more difficult question. So that's how branching can be used. Branching is found here. And as you can see, with each option, you can select which question the learner will move on to. So this is the correct response. So the learner would go to the more difficult question. This response is incorrect, so they would need to find more information from the video in question 2. And also, this question is incorrect, so likewise they would go to watch the video in question 2. So after watching the video, they will progress onto question 3, which is basically a duplicate of the first question. So if this time around they get this question correct, they will move on to question 4, which is the more difficult question. If their response to this question is incorrect, I've set this to go to the end of the form with a message telling the learner to see me for more support. Likewise, the last question will also go to the end of the form.